Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends from around the world, welcome to the information session on PKU Global Admissions. My name is Kan Ping, or you can call me Kelly, from Peking University International Students Division of Office of International Relations. It's a great pleasure to meet you here today. And good afternoon from Beijing. So joining me here today are outstanding and cutest 3 students from Peking University.
Hi.
So let's give them the opportunity to introduce themselves a little bit. Let's start with Kexing.
大家好，我叫方可欣，我来自意大利。Hello everyone, my name is Francesca and I'm an international student at Peking University from Italy. I'm currently pursuing the PKU LSE Masters in Global Affairs and it's a great honor to be here today, joined by my amazing colleagues.
Hello, 大家好，我叫百丽亚。Hi everyone, my name is Leah. I'm from Quebec, Canada, and I'm currently studying at Peking University in the School of Teaching Chinese as a Second Language. I'm currently pursuing my master's here, and I'm very happy to be here with you and with my colleagues to speak more about the life at Peking University and everything surrounding our studies here.
大家好，我是李胜俊。Hello everyone, this is Lee Seung-jun. You can just call me Scott, and I'm from Seoul, Republic of Korea. I'm currently the third-year undergraduate student majoring in International Political Economy at School of International Studies. I'm very delighted to share my personal experience in Peking University, and I hope you enjoy it.
It is my great pleasure to welcome you to today's session and to introduce to you one of the world's most influential and inspiring institutions of higher learning, Peking University, Beijing 大学. Peking University is a unique university where history meets the future. Now, it is my pleasure and honor to tell you briefly about Peking University's history. So now, allow me to take you back to 1898. It is a pivotal era in modern Chinese history. It was a time when the nation urgently needed new thinking, new institutions, and new leadership. In response, Peking University, then called the Imperial University of Peking, was founded as China's first national comprehensive university. Over the past century, PKU has not only witnessed Chinese history and modernization, but has also shaped it. It played a central role in the May 4th movement of 1919, 五四运动 in Chinese, which sparked modern Chinese enlightenment and reform. It drove major academic developments through the 1952 readjustment of disciplines, and later embraced innovation by integrating with the Beijing Medical University, solidifying PKU's leadership in both liberal arts and medical sciences. Today, standing on the shoulders of this extraordinary legacy, PKU continues to look outward, becoming a global hub for innovation, dialogue, and collaboration. PKU is a global leader in higher education, and it is consistently ranks among the very top universities globally, placing the 13th and QS 14th in the 2026 World University Rankings. These rankings reflect more than prestige. They represent the university's dedication to academic excellence, research breakthroughs, and global impact. But numbers alone do not capture PKU's unique spirit. What truly defines us is our commitment to nurturing future leaders, individuals who combine intellectual curiosity with social responsibility, global awareness with cultural rootedness, and professional competence with innovative thinking. So now, after the brief introduction of Peking University, I believe you have some understanding about the university itself. So now let's hear from the students today. Why do they choose Peking University? And after studying at PKU for some time, what is your feeling about this university? So let's start from Kexing Francesca.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Since starting my master's at Peking University, I've had an incredible experience. I think Peking University is a beautiful environment, is an amazing environment for anyone who wants to better understand China, and especially for some people who maybe in the future want to work in China or pursue higher education in China.
Nice to hear that you like PKU so much, Francesca. So what about you, Leah?
Well, since coming to Peking University, I've had a lot of experiences, both academic and social, by joining clubs and involving myself at the lab. I've been very, very happy to meet new friends. I've also been in multiple projects learning about the local culture and the minority cultures here in China. So I would say that being at PKU has brought me a lot, has brought me a cross-cultural perspective on the world, and has brought me higher diligence and working culture as well. And this mindset has really led me throughout these past few months at Beta.
That's very nice to hear. What about you, Scott?
Yeah, so thank you first, Kelly, for your great introduction. So what I really want to say is that I deeply acknowledge that all Chinese students here, especially in Beida, they're all best students from each provinces and cities here in China. And I feel so lucky to study with them because as an international student, you don't have really such a chance to get engaged with so many students here, especially they're Chinese. And by studying with them, you can learn a lot of things that you can't get from your own life because you're now having your cross-cultural study here. You can learn about Chinese culture and you can also learn about some Chinese things later in Beida. So yeah, I feel so lucky to study here in Beida.
Thank you very much for your great sharing. I think Peking University to a great extent has expanded our worldview and also our understanding about China and also about the world. Okay, so dear friends, now I would like to tell you a bit more about Peking University's dynamic academic community. As you know today, PKU is home to more than 52,000 students, including over 3,200 international students from more than 100 countries. So we have a very inclusiveness international students community. Our academic structure covers 11 major fields, from the natural sciences to the humanities, from medicine to engineering, from law to economics to philosophy and arts, you name it. So this broad academic spectrum is supported by 55 schools and departments across 6 campuses. So the 6 campuses are Yanyuan main campus, where we are right now in Beijing, and Changping new campus, PKU Health Science Center, Daxing campus, Shenzhen Graduate School, PHBS UK campus. So now, after knowing something about PKU's history and academics, you might be wondering what life is like at Peking University. So I'm going to share with you some brief information and we'll ask our students here to tell you more about it. So Peking University as a world-class campus, you're going to have a world-class experience at Peking University as well. So PKU is more than lectures and libraries. It is a cultural and personal journey. We have the world-class facilities, Asia's largest university library, state-of-the-art labs and research centers, PKU Hall, modern sports and recreation centers, and 12 on-campus canteens with diverse cuisines. You can almost find food from everywhere in China and everywhere around the world, I believe. Our campus facilities combine the elegance of historical architecture with the convenience of modern, cutting-edge infrastructure. From tranquil courtyards and iconic lakeside views to advanced classrooms and laboratories, PKU offers an environment that blends tradition and innovation in a way few universities can match. These world-class facilities are not only widely appreciated by our students, but have also gained great reputation among international visitors and prospective students around the globe. Many say that studying at PKU feels like experiencing both the cultural heritage of a 1,000-year-old civilization and the forward-looking dynamism of a global university, all on the same campus. Our campus shares a vibrant student culture with over 260 student clubs. Every student can find a place to belong, including outdoor clubs, Model UN, cultural associations, arts groups, and international student organizations. Now, let's hear from our 3 students. What is your cultural life at Peking University feels like?
So I think I'll be mentioning about 2 events. I think I really have to talk about International Culture Festival here in Peking University. It has more than 20 years of history, and all students, especially for those international students and also Chinese students, they can share about their own cultures, and they will bring some food, of course, and they will bring their cultures to the campus, and they will share with all the students they're here studying in Peking University. And for another event, I want to talk about Beijing Forum. As you know, is the biggest academic affair here in Peking University. So I met a lot of outstanding global leaders and of course the scholars from all around the world. And I was really able to learn a lot of things from them. So I think it was really a good chance for me to learn here in Peking University.
Yeah, you talk about the International Culture Festival, Scott. So how many have you attended already?
So I think I've attended for 3 years already. The first year as the member of the Student Association of Republic of Korea, and my second and third year as the staff for the whole International Culture Festival.
Right, right. So the first year you actually have your own stand, little booth, right?
Yes,
to showcasing the Korean culture. That's awesome. That's awesome. What about you guys?
Yeah, so I'll talk about the clubs and society here at Beda. I think the number, or rather the sheer number of clubs at Beda really illustrates the work hard, play hard mentality here at Beda. So not only do we study hard, but we also like to learn more outside of classes and also participate in different sports and events. So on my part, I really like sports, so I joined the judo club and the archery club. But you can also join the boxing club, the hiking club, the cycling club, you name it, we have it all. And on the more intellectual or cultural side, if you like calligraphy, if you like astronomy, if you like the sciences or the arts, then you can also find a place for you here at Beda. People are very welcoming. Not only do they speak fluent Chinese, but they also speak fluent English most of the time, so you will feel right at home with us here.
So Leah, I know you must be a coffee person. I also learned that you're also a tea person.
Yes.
So speaking of student club, do you know there is also like a tea culture club on PKU campus?
Yes, there is a tea culture club, and you can learn from very professional people who have learned different ways of tea and increase your knowledge about traditional Chinese culture, but also modern Chinese culture here.
Yeah, so if you're a tea person, PKU is definitely the right place to come. Okay, so what about you, Francesca?
So I definitely agree with everything that has been said by my colleagues. I think life at PKU is definitely not just academics. I think as an international student here, you have the amazing chance of getting involved in many different activities that just regard academics. So for example, I'm a student of international relations, and I've been able to join a lot of conferences with distinguished guests from all over the world. And it's been a great opportunity to learn from these more practical experiences about what life after graduation as well will be like, and what maybe career opportunities in China will be like. So I think being here at Peking University is definitely an amazing opportunity for every international student who maybe want to pursue a career in China. But as Kelly also mentioned, the campus is magnificent. It's so beautiful, and I've really appreciated just walking around campus. I think it's great for my mental health as well, and being surrounded by such beautiful buildings that really resemble the ones in the Summer Palace and in the Forbidden City. So you can really have a feeling of living through Chinese history, and there's always, everywhere you go, an opportunity to learn more about both China's history but also modern China. And personally, I've also really enjoyed being involved with Chinese students. It's been a great opportunity not only to practice my Chinese, but also to learn what life is like for them, being at the best university in China and one of the best universities in Asia. And just being surrounded by such brilliant minds and learning from my peers, I think it's been such a rewarding experience, and I'm truly grateful to be here for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm truly happy to hear that you like the campuses very much. So I also know, Scott, you are one of the senior member of our student assistant group at International Students Division. So you want to share some of your thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, currently I'm the coordinator for the International Students Assistant team of the International Students Division, where Miss Kelly is working at. So my team was established in 2021, even prior to the time that I was not here in Peking University. So I became the leader at 2024, and it was a great honor for me to lead this whole family. And now we have more than 50 members as student assistants, and now they're helping the admission affairs as well, and they're also engaging in a lot of student affairs works. And yeah, I do believe that they're really growing. They're having good experience here in my team.
Yeah. You're also gaining more experience from it as well, because as a member to right now a leader of this student association, I believe.
Yeah, so what I want to mention is that this semester some international students wanted to make a new student club. Like it was made by international students by themselves. But the interesting thing here is that the club was about Chinese lion dance. So it's the Students Association for the Lion Dance and, of course, the lion dancing. So they were able to make a new student club here in Peking University, as we have a lot of evaluation processes to make a formal student club here. So I was really happy to help them with that, and I hope they will have a good future, of course.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so now let's come to the academic opportunities for international students. At Peking University, we offer a comprehensive and diverse portfolio of academic pathways designed to meet the needs of students from around the world. With more than a century of scholarly excellence and strength across a broad spectrum of disciplines, PKU provides international students with the opportunity to explore their interests, develop expertise, and pursue academic dreams at one of China's leading universities. Our program includes PKU Pre-University or 预科 program, ideal for students who wish to strengthen their Chinese language proficiency and academic foundations before entering degree studies, and normally after they graduated high school. And second is undergraduate programs, a wide range of majors across sciences, humanities, engineering, medicine, economics, management, artificial intelligence, and more. And then master's and PhD programs, many of which are English taught and Chinese taught as well, especially in science, engineering, economics, management, social sciences, and interdisciplinary fields. And then exchange and visiting student programs, flexible one-semester or full-year options for students who wish to experience PKU's academic environment while transferring credits to their home institutions or who want to strengthen their Chinese language proficiency. So with such a rich selection of programs and strong academic resources, every student can find a path that matches their interest, strength, and long-term goals. So now I want to draw your attention to the application timeline and process. So for the more detailed information, you're welcome to visit our website. So now the application windows for each program are, for undergraduate programs, is from December to March each year, and for master's and PhD programs is October to December each year. For pre-university or 预科 program is November to May. And for the visiting student program is March or November, depending on the track. So some programs, especially those taught in English, may have slightly earlier or extended deadlines. Most importantly, students who intend to apply for scholarships should submit their program applications as early as possible, as scholarship reviews often begin well before the final deadline. So early preparation significantly increases your chances of receiving the funding. Okay, so now let's also hear from our students about their programs at Peking University. So let's start from Scott as an undergraduate student at Peking University.
Yeah, so as an undergraduate student, if you want to study here in Peking University, I want to say that there's a requirement on the Chinese level. So usually we require HSK level 6 score higher than 210. That is the basic requirement for your Chinese taught undergraduate program here. So since I was admitted as a Chinese taught program student, I was able to join in different courses, like even though that I'm a student of international studies, but I was able to join in classes from School of Chinese Literature and of course the School of Arts as well. So I was really giving myself a chance to try with different fields. And for those students who are studying in foreign countries, of course, if you want to study, you want to here in Peking University. But if you have a problem with Chinese level, don't worry. As Kelly mentioned, we have the 预科 program. We have the pre-university courses. It's only for you to learn Chinese here, and of course, you can take some math classes as well. So you can also visit Peking University as a pre-university student with the verification of visiting student. So of course, you will have the scholarship opportunity as well. So yeah, I think it's just really a good chance for you to even take undergraduate program or the 预科 program.
Yeah, so for undergraduate programs, the Chinese language proficiency is often demanded, highly demanded, I would say, but coming as a pre-university student or as a general visiting student can also strengthen your Chinese language proficiency before you decide to embark on your journey as an undergraduate student at Peking University. So Scott, I also want to ask you, what about the undergraduate courses here at PKU? What was their interesting part?
The most interesting part for me, I would like to say the interdisciplinary study, because here in Peking University, undergraduate students have to take different courses from different classes. So for example, as a student of international studies, I have to take the major courses, but it is required to take the classes and courses from other departments as well. It's one of the requirements, for us to get a bachelor's degree. So I know that it's hard for some students that they really have to deal with the other majors courses. But for me, it's really a good chance and opportunity, because I am also interested in some other fields like psychology and arts as well. And I really took the class called Basic Psychology in the first year, even though that I quit it because it was too hard. But it was really fun for me. And the second year, I took a course named as the Chinese Literature and Ancient Study here in Peking University. And it really broadened my sight, because I didn't know that Chinese culture has such a great history. Like, even I studied here in China before, but my understanding was not that deep enough. And after taking that course, I really knew about China's great art history, and it really gave me a good chance to dive in it and also to learn more about it.
So we also know that Li Ya is right now a graduate student, a master's student at Peking University. So I also want to hear from your point of view about the programs and courses.
Yeah, of course. So I had the chance last year to come at Beta as a visiting scholar. So I took Chinese classes, I improved my academic Chinese, my literary Chinese, and also my understanding of Chinese culture as a whole. And that allowed me to take the entrance examination and then actually have the opportunity to study as a grad student at Beta fully in Chinese. So having that training before coming to Beta really helped me lower the pressure of starting entirely new degree in Chinese, and also led me to understand more about Beta as a university and the Chinese educational system as well.
Yeah. So Li Ya, do you also have some academic conferences or research opportunities here as a master's student so far?
Yes, of course. So as a student of the Teaching Chinese as a Second Language faculty, we have a lot of opportunities to meet scholars from around the world. And so this year we had the World Chinese Conference, where scholars from across 100 and more countries went to Beijing. And then we had a lot of opportunities to discuss Chinese education and education as a whole. So it's very nurturing. It really provides us a cross-cultural outlook and viewpoints, and helps us grow as scientists, scholars, and as speakers of Chinese.
That's wonderful. That sounds like a very good opportunity, very comprehensive opportunities for our students here. So Francesca, what about you?
Yes, so in terms of academics and classes, I've had a great experience so far here at Peking University. Personally, as a Chinese speaker as well, although my master's is still mainly in English here at Peking University, I've also had the incredible opportunity to take some classes in Chinese, which has been very useful for me, not only to, of course, improve my Chinese and have the chance to speak to important scholars in Chinese and understand their perspective on that matter or on that subject in Chinese, but also to gain a better understanding of Chinese society and Chinese politics. So I think the classes here are really comprehensive. There is really something for everyone. If you're interested in different topics, you can just also go audit the class without taking it. So without having maybe the burden of taking their exam, you can just go there and learn more about the subjects. Generally speaking, I think they are quite challenging, especially at a master's level, but also incredibly rewarding, especially because of the support also from the teachers who are experts and one of the best scholars in the world in the field. So it is truly, I think, an incredible opportunity to really gain a deep understanding of the subject and just interact with your peers as well and share your common interest on that. And as I said before as well, the opportunity to gain some practical experience and, of course, amazing networking experiences as well by joining conferences and also extracurricular activities. For example, last month we had the opportunity to go to the Red Cross headquarters here in Beijing and learn what they do here, what their activity is here in China. So I think joining these kind of experiences can really enrich you as a person, as a scholar, and also as a future leader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You say that you audit classes. That reminds me of my master's year. I also audit many classes at Peking University. I think a lot of teachers might know me, the girl who always audit their class. But that being said, that PKU really offers a wide range of disciplines that you will definitely find something that's suitable to you. And I think Francesca also brought a very good point that in Beida, you have the opportunity to put what you learned in books into practical experiences, in Peking University. I don't know about you guys. Have you joined the 知行计划, the 知行 initiative? Is where we take students to different places around China to carry out field trips to learn the realities of the Chinese history, culture, and economic development, etc.
Yeah, so for the past 2 years, I've been to a lot of Zhixing Initiative trips, but the most impressive one for me was the trip to Gansu province, actually. So it was like for 4 days trip, we're really walking around for the whole Gansu province, and we went to different places and also those scenic points in Gansu. But the most impressive point here is that we were not really traveling, but we're really trying to learn about China, because you know that southwest part of China, they have really different views, they have different culture from where we're living at right now. Like let's say Shanghai, Beijing, we all have different culture from the Gansu province. So for me, it was really good, and it was really honored to be there with other Peking University students and professors as well. So it taught me how to understand the different culture into me, as like we're now here studying in China as an international student. And the school provided us a really good chance to walk around China, to see more about China, and bring our thoughts to world about China. So I think it was really a good chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that testified an old Chinese saying called 百闻不如一见. Seeing is believing. Okay, now, dear students, we're going to tell you more information about Peking University scholarship opportunities. So PKU is deeply committed to supporting outstanding international students and encouraging more youngsters from around the world to study at our university and in China. Our doors are always open to all of you. To help students pursue their academic ambitions, the university and also the country offers a wide range of generous scholarship opportunities covering tuition, accommodation, and in some cases monthly stipends as well. There are numerous scholarship opportunities. Let me walk you through some of the major scholarship options. They are Chinese government scholarships, including Type A, where you apply to the Chinese embassy in your country, and Type B scholarship, where you apply to Peking University. And second, Peking University International Student Scholarship. Third, Beijing Government Scholarship. And the fourth, Asian Future Leaders Scholarship Program. And next one, International Chinese Language Teachers Scholarship, supporting students who are keen to learn Chinese and becoming a Chinese language teacher. And then China Study Program Scholarship, China Development Bank Scholarship. So these scholarships aim to recognize academic excellence, promote cultural exchange, and support students from diverse backgrounds. We strongly encourage all interested applicants to explore these opportunities early, as many scholarships require additional documents or earlier submissions timelines. For detailed information on eligibility, application procedures, and deadlines, you can visit our official website written here on the slides. We hope that many of you will take advantage of these opportunities and begin your academic journey with us at Peking University. Oh, by the way, it is also worth mentioning that President Xi also wrote back a letter to the sinologists of China. And these sinologists, many of them are from Peking University under the support of the China Study Program scholarships. So that being said, different scholarships provide the opportunity and platform and strong support for students and all youngsters around the world to pursue their dreams. Okay, so after all these information, now we come to a little bonus time. Why PKU? So as you know, PKU is not only a place to study, it's a place to transform. Students learn from leading scholars, engage in global dialogues, as you know it, building lifelong friendships, and grow into thinkers and leaders who shape the world. We warmly invite you to join us, to dream with us, and to shape the future together. Now, I'd like to give the floor to our students here. They're eager to share more information with you. They're going to host the session among themselves and ask the important question to each other, why Peking University?
Amazing, yes. Thank you so much, Kelly. So, Scott, why study at Peking University?
Oh, thank you, Francesca, for asking that question. It reminds me back to my high school life, actually. So as you all know, I studied here in China for my high school to learn more about China. And at the time, my school had a cooperation program with Peking University. It's called as the 亚洲青少年交流计划. And luckily, I was selected as one of the student representative of the program. And we had courses with Peking University's professors through online. And during that time, we didn't have the chance to come here to the campus, but really had some great interactions and connection between the professors. And I had the research on volcanology and also the biological diversity, even in high school, under the guide from the professors of Peking University. And at that time, I was really thinking that how great will it be to study in Peking University if I can be admitted as an undergraduate student in Peking University. So I really tried to be a member of this great family, and finally, my dream came true, and now I'm sitting here at Peking University, and it's so honored. I'm so honored and delighted to share my experience to you and to you who are watching through online social medias.
What an inspiring story. I think it's really inspiring for a lot of viewers, especially considering your background, because you also did your high school here in China. So yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you, Francesca. And I know that Leah, you said you're from Canada, right? So
yes.
I want to ask, why did you choose Peking University?
Well, thank you, Scott, for asking that question. So last year when I came to Beida, I actually had the opportunity to start doing research with one of the professors here. And I realized that I really loved the research that we were doing. I was learning a lot, and I kept being pushed as well. So being able to do that in a completely different country in my third language was really an amazing experience. And so coming back home in Canada, I made the decision to try and pass the entrance examination at Beida. And doing this process and actually studying and being able to go through what Chinese students usually go through when preparing for these exams really made me appreciate more deeply the way that they work and the way that they set their goals very high. And I finally passed the exam in the end. I was able to come to Beida, and I really love the experience here. I love my professors, my friends, and I'm really admirative of all the great work that is done here.
Yeah, it's really good to hear about that, because I have the same feeling with you. As I mentioned a while ago, I already had some connection with some professors here in Peking University, even in my high school. So yeah, after I came here, I really have the same feeling with you, like to study with Chinese students, even growing together with the students and professors, of course. Yeah, so thank you for your sharing.
Thank you, Scott. What about you, Francesca? How is your feeling? Why did you choose Beida?
Yes, that is a great question, to be honest. So actually my story starts from my undergraduate. So I did my undergraduate at the University of Leeds, where I studied international relations and Chinese. So studying Chinese, I think we can say definitely changed my life. If I didn't study Chinese, I probably wouldn't be here today talking to you guys and also sharing my experiences. But since I started learning Chinese, I truly fell in love, not only with the language, obviously, but also with China and Chinese culture and society. And I truly believe that the only way to really learn about a place and about the people living there, in this case, China and Chinese people, is by living there. And what best environment than Peking University, one of the best universities in the world, the best university in China and in Asia as well. So I was lucky enough to be selected for this program, for the PKU LSE program. And the only regret that I have, unfortunately, is that I can only spend 1 year in China. So it's not a very long time, but it's very intense here, not only for the classes, but I've also met a lot of Chinese friends, and I'm learning a lot from them, just from day-to-day conversations and just being in this environment and joining Chinese classes. So this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to come to China to learn international relations from a China's perspective, and also, of course, improve my Chinese. And talk to as many people as possible, I think, to truly better my understanding of China's society and gain a deeper cultural awareness of China. So we can say coming here for me is definitely a dream come true and an unforgettable experience.
That's great to hear. Thank you for sharing.
So as Kelly mentioned before, Peking University is not only one of the best academic spaces in the world, but is also famous for its delicious canteens and delicious foods. Scott, could you tell us a bit more about the canteens and maybe which one is your favorite one?
Yeah, as you mentioned, Francesca, in Peking University, there are enormous canteens. They can be served for publics as well. But for me as a student, I can share two canteens that I like the most. So the first would be 家园. So as you're hearing the name, 家园, it's so warm, right? It gives me a sense of warmth. You can feel to be, back at home. And 家园 canteen really has like 4 floors, and in each floors they have different cuisines, like include like from my hometown from Korea as well, and they have also some Chinese local foods, and they have Japanese foods as well. And at the top floor they even have a bakery, so you can even have some desserts after your meal. It's really a can have the full service in one canteen only. So for the second canteen I want to talk about is the Shaoyuan canteen. So it's one of the oldest canteen here in Peking University. And it is now divided into 3 parts, if I'm not wrong. We have the one for students and professors, and we have one Western canteen and also the Chinese canteen. But for me, I do love the Chinese canteen because they really have all local foods from each part of China. We can have some, sweet foods from the Jiangnan. We have the northern part of China as well. We can also have some spicy foods from the central part of China. But of course, we have some, salty foods, or say with some flavored food from the northeast part of China. So yeah, I'm really having different foods here in China, and to be honest, I can't stop eating them. And as you can see, I look healthy.
That's not true. You look amazing, in perfect shape.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, and so regarding out of canteen, I know that there are also a lot of famous spots here in Peking University. We have Weiming Lake or Untamed Lake. We also have the Boya Pagoda as well. So Leah, I want to ask, is there any favorite spot for you here to walk around or just to stay here in Peking University?
Yeah, well, Scott, I think you mentioned it already. I really love Weiming Lake. I think when we're overwhelmed with classes or we just want a spot to think and walk around, Weiming Lake is the perfect spot. We see all of the beautiful trees and all of the nature coming together in this scenery, and it's really both a romantic and a calm and tranquil place to think and take a walk.
Yeah, also very enjoying the small walk we have at night, so it's really a beautiful place.
Absolutely. So, speaking of nice spots on campus, Francesca, can you recommend a study spot or maybe a spot you like to think or have fun?
Yeah. Of course I can. This is my favorite question. So, of course, studying takes a lot of time here at Peking University. So, choosing a very nice spot to study and to really lock in for your study session is important. So, I personally really enjoy cafes. Peking University has different cafes, but I would say my favorite one is 3W. It's such a nice coffee spot, and I do love coffee. It's very important to keep me awake and productive. So they're very accessible. They're just on campus, and it doesn't take a long time to go from one place to another. So I would definitely recommend going there. And then also in another canteen in Nongyuan, there's a very nice coffee shop there, and the weather in Beijing, actually, we're quite lucky, is sunny most of the time, so you can just sit there at your table and enjoy the sunshine, and it's just such a good motivation to study and be more productive. But of course also I would say the libraries. There's a very nice library, pretty small and cozy, in the SIS building in the School of International Studies where I study, but also the main library on campus is very well renowned and a very famous library, so I would definitely recommend going there if you want to really feel I made it. I'm in Peking University. I'm studying here at the library, and it's just very beautiful. I think there's not a way to put it. Like, you're just surrounded by so many books, and you can definitely be productive. Chinese students are very diligent, so it is a great spot to study and have a good study session.
Yeah, and you can also see the pagoda in the library. So if you're a fan of the architecture, the more traditional aspect of Chinese culture, you can also take a look at our library.
I agree. Yes.
Dear friends, dear students, thank you for being with us today. It is a great pleasure to share with you the information and insights about Peking University. We warmly welcome you as a member of our international student community.
Starting here to see the world. 我们在北大等你哦。